Hey guys, I hope everybody had a great weekend and we are back. My name is Dr. Heather Moore, owner of Total Performance Physical Therapy. Tonight we're talking about a quick way a couple quick ways we're going to fix a neck hump. So this is not what we call a dowager's hump, which is where you see some of your maybe grandparents who are very curved in their upper back, not quite their neck. It may become part of the neck, but that's more of a dowager's hump, and that's more of an issue that we're not going to talk about. But this is something that we're starting to see more and more of as we are sitting on electronics and our posture is very poor. So we're starting to see a little bit more of that neck hump up here, and it's actually quite fixable. And if you don't fix it, it can become a more permanent fixture and a more permanent part of your body. So you really want to take care of it. Now, the bad news is there is no magic pill. This is not going to fix itself with just a couple exercises. So the exercise I'm going to show you tonight, you're going to have to really incorporate them into your everyday. You're going to have to watch your posture. You're going to have to do certain things to keep this posture from sticking around. But if you do, it will go away completely. All right, so while the exercises are quick and easy, it's something that you're going to have to do continuously. I highly recommend setting an alert on your phone. I highly recommend just making sure that you're doing them. I recommend doing these types of exercises during times where you remember to do them, maybe brushing your teeth. So every time you brush your teeth, you associate it with doing a couple of exercises, or just some things in your daily routine that the minute you know, oh, hey, I'm going to get on this phone call and now I'm going to start to do my exercises. That way it becomes a ingrained part of your daily activities, as opposed to something that you're like, oh, I have to go do this for 5 minutes. That never works. Eventually you fade away and it doesn't happen anymore. So really important to find times that you can incorporate this into things that you're already doing, whether it's sitting at a red light, just benign things, but because they are very easy and they are very quick. But if you don't do them and you don't retrain your muscles, you are going to wind up with a permanent hump that you can't do anything about. So 2020 brought us a lot of electronic time, a lot more time in front of our screens, and that naturally pulls us into this slumped posture. Well, this slumped posture, while it doesn't really hurt a lot, unless there's something wrong, can really cause some issues down the line. And the longer you sit like this is how your body thinks it's supposed to be. So your body isn't going to rebound every single time. If you're sitting like this for hours, gravity and everything is slowly going to turn this into the normal posture for you. So you really want to pay attention to these exercises, especially if you're starting to see like a neck hump and you are a little bit worried about it. You want to make sure that you are doing something to correct it. It is correctable up to a certain point, and then gravity kind of takes over and your body makes changes that are not correctable. So the first thing you want to realize is you're going to want to stretch out the front of the chest, all right? So everything up here is really short, it's gotten tight, you've been like this, you're hunched over. Again, you're not feeling tight, you're not feeling anything, but you're starting to notice a hump on the back of your neck. So you want to make sure that you stretch all this out. If you don't, it's going to be really painful. I can't just tell you to sit up straight. It's not comfortable, and the fact of the matter is if you're starting to develop a hump, that means you've been sitting in this position for a while. That means these muscles are already short. So for me to tell you to sit up straight, while it's an easy thing to say, it's very difficult to fix if your muscles are tight. When you go like this, they're naturally just going to sink down. So the first exercise we're just going to do is roll your shoulders up, back, and drop them down. Now, when I tell people to do this, I get a lot of roll them up, back, and pin them back. And that's the opposite of what you want to do. That's more of an exercise, and actually we're going to turn this into an exercise like that. But this is just simply rolling your shoulders up, back, and dropping them down. There's no sets, there's no reps. You want to do this as many times a day as you can remember. This resets everything. This resets your shoulders. This resets your neck. Really important to do this because most of us wind up in this posture or this posture and don't even realize it. We can sustain this for years, all right, before it really becomes an issue, but it can lead to herniated disc, bulging disc, numbness, tingling, you name it, headaches, all of the above. So it's really important to pay attention to doing this as many times as you can. And once you realize it, and again, you just kind of incorporate it in your day, it'll be easier to do it. And you won't have to say, okay, I have to take 5 minutes to do this. Doing this for 5 minutes is going to do nothing. It's not even worth it, quite frankly. This is something you want to just make a habit of to check where your posture is. Are you stressed out? Are you running around like a chicken with your head cut off? Make sure that you are nice and even. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to make sure that you're going to do some chin tucks. So a lot of us, as our head goes like this, we wind up with our head naturally more tilted upwards. okay? And we're actually herniating our discs as we're doing this. So you want to make sure that your chin is down, and as your chin is parallel to the floor, you want to press it straight back, and then come forward, and then straight back. It is not this. If you can see the ceiling, if any part of the ceiling comes into your purview, you're doing it wrong, all right? This is a very subtle and difficult exercise to master because everyone wants to get this massive movement, involve their shoulders. It is not that. It is simply just a tuck back of the chin. You're also not looking downwards, okay? Basically just giving yourself a double chin, maybe triple chin, and then coming back. Nice and easy, and coming back. If you notice, it's a very small movement. You're probably going to feel a stretch in the back of your neck. You want to hold this just for a couple seconds. You don't want to just do this, but you just want to do nice and easy, so you're stretching the back of that neck. And again, this is one that I recommend doing 5 minutes and then being done with it. As you're sitting at your computer, check where your chin is. Most of you are going to realize that your chin is elevated. And again, it doesn't feel like it is until you go, oh my gosh, and you lower your chin to actually be parallel with the ground. So watch this posture. You want your chin here, and you don't want your chin up here. But your chin naturally goes like this when you're like this. Lower your head, so your chin is nice and parallel, and then you're just going to take your chin back and push it forward, nice and easy. Again, you're going to feel a stretch with that. This is a great one to do when you're sitting in a traffic light. All right, the more you're able to do this, the more you're able to reprogram everything where it's supposed to be. Like I said, I can't just tell you to sit up straight if you're like this, especially if you're getting a hump, because it's really not going to happen. Every second that you're here, you're just going to be pulled into this position. Wait, the next thing you want to do is you're going to want to squeeze your shoulder blades together. All right, so this is what I told you not to do when you're just rolling your shoulders up, back, and dropping them down. This is to maintain just that good, healthy sitting posture. This, we're going to strengthen the back, all right? A lot of people have, when you're sitting like this, you wind up with weak rotator cuffs, you wind up with weak shoulders, you wind up having some muscle deficiencies in the back. So you just want to squeeze and release. Now this one you do want to do about 30 repetitions. So again, find a good spot that you can do this in, something that you do every day. This you only have to do once a day. You can do it a couple times. I don't want this weighted. I don't want you doing anything at the gym with this. This is simply just pulling your shoulder blades back and pushing them down. Back and pushing them down. This should not be tiring. You should not be exhausted after doing 30 of those. But again, that's just going to retrain the muscles, going to retrain that scapula, that bone back there, where it wants to sit, where it should be sitting. The final thing you want to do is you want to stretch out the front, all right? So you're just going to put your hands behind your back, and you're just going to stretch as far as you can. Now, some of you may get here, and that be it, and that's okay. Some of you may get further back, all right? But you just want to make sure that you're getting a good stretch across the front of your chest. Some of you may just be able to grab your wrists, all right? Again, this is at no pain, no gain. You don't want anybody yanking on your shoulders, doing anything crazy like that. Just simply hands behind back, and then you're going to just stretch out the front of the chest. It's a stretch. You want to hold it about 30 seconds. You want to do about 6 of those, nice and slow, but you want to open that up. All of these things I've shown you today, you want to make sure you're doing them a couple times a day until you get rid of that hump on the back. Again, while these are quick and easy fixes, it's not a quick and easy fix if you just do it once. It's not going to do anything. You cannot beat sitting like this for 8 hours by just doing this once, okay? Not going to happen. Really pay attention to your posture. Set yourself up so that you're able to have some good posture. We have more than several videos on either our Facebook channel or our YouTube channel, Total Performance Physical Therapy, where we show how to sit at posture, or where we show you how to sit at a desk with proper posture, or where we show you how to stand with proper posture. We show you a lot of different environments where you can utilize proper posture. So that's really important when you're using all of these devices. Laptops, you can't have good posture and have a laptop. So make sure you watch our videos if you're sitting at a laptop for 8 hours a day, 10 hours or whatever it is. It's important that you set up your desk correctly. If you or someone you know is suffering from pain and wants a free consultation with a doctor of physical therapy, all you have to do is call our office at 215-997-9898 and we'd be happy to get you in. Thanks and have a good night.